It is 22 on New Year's Eve this year. What do I want to do? I want to be someone. I want to create. I want to help. I want to make money. I want to make money so bad, I can't lie. And I will. I am. I want to meet people. I want to connect. I want to travel. Oh, I'd love to go to Bali. I'd love to be shredded. And I will be. I will be shredded. I know it.
It is time for a new challenge. Welcome to episode 1 of the Bodybuilding Prep series. This video is honestly kind of scary to make. It's embarrassing in a way because one, I am not a bodybuilder, okay? There are people out there that dedicate their entire lives to bodybuilding. They've been training like bodybuilders for years. They get on stage every single year with that singular goal in mind to be the absolute biggest, the leanest, the best. I go to the gym because I enjoy it. I have never trained in a way where I'm targeting weak points and trying to look good on stage. I have completed absolutely everything that I have set out to do this year. And now I need a new challenge. I want something that scares me. I want something where I have no idea if I'll do well in it. And I want to say this now. I want to get top 3 when I get on stage. I want to place and I expect it. I will be disappointed if I don't. And I am saying this in a current condition where I'm not a bodybuilder. If I stepped on stage today, I would get laughed off stage. But I think Irish people especially need to do more of this, where they are saying that they want to do well and they're not just always underselling themselves. I want to be confident. I want to go out there and say, yeah, I want to do well. I want to get top 3. I'd fucking love to win, all right? And I will be disappointed if I don't place. Now, when is the show that I'm going to do? Probably in a year's time. I have a lot of work to do, okay? But I wanted to start this series as early as possible and show you the entire journey. And since I decided to do this a few days ago, I'm already mentally locked in for it. Conditioning is not a problem for me. I will come onto that stage as lean as possible. I will get leaner than everybody else, but I don't have the size just yet. And I have a lot of weak points that I will need to address. After 3.5 months of traveling, my physique is not the best. So let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm stripping off as much body fat as possible. I'm doing a 4 to 6 week aggressive cut. I'm getting as lean as possible before I go and start a long-term gaining phase that will last about 7 to 8 months. First of all, I'm going to be actually more susceptible to putting on lean muscle tissue the leaner I get now. Second of all, if I am doing an 8-month gaining phase, I want to be as lean as possible throughout. So the leaner that I get at the start, I'll look better throughout. And a lot of people will say, if you really need to put on size, would you not just start the gaining phase now instead of wasting time with a cut? But think about it. That makes no sense. If I do 4 weeks of a cut now and strip off 4 kilos of body fat, that's just going to take 4 weeks off the next cut that I have to do. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be documenting this entire process over the next year, showing you what I'm doing, what my diet is going to look like through the different phases, what my workouts are going to look like, everything. I've spent too much time over the last few months trying to do everything and then just being average at it all. I've decided that I need to focus in on one thing, then move to the next thing and focus in on that. So for now, it is going to be doing a show next year and putting on as much size as possible. It is currently Wednesday, the 17th of December. Tomorrow I fly to Melbourne. I'm going to be in Australia for 2 weeks. So I have 2 off-plan meals already scheduled. It was booked for my birthday, nothing I can do about that. But other than that, I plan to be completely locked in for the next year. And I will reiterate, if I do not place in the top 3 of whatever show I do, it is a failure. So let's get after it. Sheesh. Good morning. It is now Thursday. The next day I'm going to meet a man named Caleb Gunter. He's a MyProtein athlete from the UK. He just came to Bali yesterday, so we're gonna go get a session in. I will see you there.
Hello, hey Tracy with the good heels on. Let me tell you about my day, it won't be real long. Woke up to a Red Bull before I wash my face. I'm gonna need all the energy if I'ma see this day. Work hard, play hard, work hard, repeat. Free soul.
Good afternoon. It is now Thursday the 18th at 2 p.m. I leave this little apartment in around 3 hours time for the airport for my nighttime flight to Melbourne. I'm not too sure what this video is. It's just going to be a load of days thrown together, I think, because I want to show you how I'm kind of approaching diet and training, moving around, doing a lot of different stuff. So let me show you how locked in I am, okay? I know that it's going to be a long drive to the airport. It's going to be like 2.5 hours. I want to get there early because the traffic here can be crazy. So I've got my shit prepped already. All right, I'm bringing meal prep. True, I'm not missing a meal. All right, well, I kind of am. I'm basically banking like 500 calories and I'm hitting my protein before I go so I can have 500 calories of food in the airport at like 11 p.m. before I get on my flight. Then it's a nighttime flight. I'll skip the meal on the flight. It'll only be like 5.5 hours. Then when I get to Melbourne, food shop, I'm locked back in straight away. Here is what I have: 200 grams of chicken breast, 100 grams of steak, 50 grams of smashed avocado, and then 150 grams of grilled baby potatoes. This is all my food for the day other than a cream of rice, which I had this morning. I'm super excited to go to Australia. I might meet up with some clients. And you know what? I'm most excited to have a 500 milliliter Strawberry Dreams Monster. You know what? Maybe I'll do like a transition right now from like not having a Monster to having a Monster. What if I did like a... Wait, no, like a... Oh, like a... Alright, editor. Make that cool. I've got nothing. There's literally no way that I could make that look cool, even if I was the most skilled editor on the planet, which I'm not. Please just keep watching, okay? We got it! In my broski's apartment in Melbourne, straight back to work. We are cooking up some beef, sweet potato, doing our meal prep for the week. I also just tried these Quest bars for the first time. Unreal. I just had a cookie dough one and then a s'mores one. Oh my god, so good. Full day of travel was done yesterday and I stuck to plan completely. I brought my meal prep with me to the airport. I had a big meal at 7 p.m. and then the last bit of food I had was at 10 p.m. before my flight, and I just had 5 pieces of salmon nigiri, which you can see here. Completely stuck to plan, even through a long sleepless flight and then a long morning getting to the apartment, absolutely exhausted, absolutely starving. I stuck to plan. Here we have 5% lean beef mince. I'm cooking up 500 grams of that. I'm gonna have half for dinner today and half for dinner tomorrow. Then 630 grams of sweet potato. Again, half for dinner today, half for dinner tomorrow. I did a food shop earlier, so I have more beef, more chicken, more sweet potato in here, if I can get this working. Let me show you the size of the sweet potato. A big ass sweet potato. I'll cook that again tomorrow. Some bagels and some protein yogurts and another Monster. So some plans for the next few days. Tonight we are going out to a concert. Mary Walloper. I don't know if that's a band or a person, to be honest with you, but it's going to be good fun. I'm still going to stick to plan. I'm going to have a big meal before I go out. Then I'm not going to drink when I go out later. But tomorrow we have a full day wine tour. So there's not much else to do but drink on a wine tour. So I'm going to have to, but I'll still stick to plan as much as possible. Then in the next week, I will have one pizza dinner. And then that is it. Completely locked in other than that. Trust me. I've got 3 calls today before I actually go out later, so I'm not working out today. But tomorrow I'm going to hit a push session, which I will bring you along for. I need to find a gym for that too as well. Connor Duffy Fitness in Australia. Let's get it. So it is currently 5:42 p.m. It is still Friday. I have a call at 6 p.m. and then I'm going straight out to the concert after. So let me show you the meal I'm having because I'm not going off plan tonight. This is the potatoes and the beef that I prepped earlier. I've already had 1/4 of the potatoes and 1/4 of the beef. So now I'm going to have another 1/4 of the potatoes and another 1/4 of the beef, which I've already logged. Then for the rest of the day, I have around 500 calories left and I need to only hit around 20 to 30 grams of protein. So I'm going to get my brother to order me some chicken and veg at the pub before we go out so I can stick on plan. Is this pretty? No. But does it get results? Yes. And that is all that I care about. Let me just heat this up real quick. I don't have much clothes either, so this is the fit. And we're wearing the Garmin out to track the steps, okay? Not even wearing my nice watch, I'm wearing my Garmin. Let's go. I also had a second monster because I had 1 hour sleep last night. I still feel good, to be honest with you. I might crash later, but I feel good. Some greens. Put some salt on it for sodium purposes, but also just to make it taste at least half decent. And then some chili flakes for a little bit of a kick. A tiny bit of ketchup, which I'm not going to track. And that is the entire meal. About 350 calories in this, 30 grams of protein. Pretty solid. Have a look at that. Not too bad in the end. It only took me 1.5 minutes to make because I prepped in advance. Okay, I'm actually in a serious rush now, so I'll catch you later or tomorrow.
Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. Gonna go hit a push session. I actually got some decent sleep last night. I got 7 hours. We are here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm gonna go hit a push session in Zap Fitness before I go on a full day wine tour. Solid workout done. I'm whispering because I'm outside the building. Solid workout done. I'm all done. Only took me 30 minutes. 3 sets of an incline dumbbell press, 2 sets of a pec deck, 3 sets of a tricep push down, and 3 sets of a lateral raise. That's all you need for an effective push workout.
I'm back from the wine tour now. We left at like 9 a.m. and it's currently 7 p.m. My estimate for today's calories are around 3,200. Now it could be a little bit more, it could be a lot less, but I usually try to overestimate when I have no idea. So that's around 1,000 calories of wine. I had chicken and couscous. I had a lot of crackers, jam, oysters. What else did we have? Focaccia, mushroom and cheese pie. There was a lot of stuff, okay? So what I'm going to do for the rest of the day is go and do about an hour of cardio. See if I can end the day at maintenance if possible, or even just a small surplus. Just try and counteract the day. That way you can still go out and enjoy yourself, but not get too fat or get shredded. Okay, so I'm also going to have a protein bar. And then the meal that I showed you earlier, that I have sweet potato and beef, I'm just going to have the beef today and have the sweet potato tomorrow because I had so many carbs already today. I don't need any more, but I do need protein because if I eat in a calorie surplus and I gain weight, but I don't have enough protein, I could still lose muscle. So I'd prefer to eat in a bigger surplus and have enough protein and keep my muscle. So that's what I'm going to do. Get enough protein, have some electrolytes for this cardio because I've had a lot of wine today. I don't want to be too dehydrated. And that's it. I'll see you later.
I did some zooms.
Did you? Good morning, guys. It is now 10:50 a.m. on the Sunday. All I've eaten so far today is a small 15 grams of protein yogurt because I'm waiting to go to the nutrition warehouse where I have a voucher to get a new protein powder. It is so exciting to get a new protein powder. I actually cannot wait, but I'm waiting to get that so I can make my protein porridge with my new powder. So I'm absolutely starving. Gonna do a protein bar review and this new monster review, which I've never seen before. So I'm going to clip this down into short form content. So if I move to a more, that's why, all right. Quest protein bar chocolate chip cookie dough review. Now, I have tried a few Quest bars already and they're the best protein bars I have ever had. But I have not tried the cookie dough one yet. I have extremely high hopes. See how short form content that was? Yeah, game's the game. I can just tell that this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Look at these big cookie dough chunks, these big chocolate chunks. Let's get it. That is unreal. 193 calories and 21 grams of protein as well. The macros are good. This may be the best protein bar I have ever had. You can come in, it's okay. I need to just give a little outro. Chocolate chip cookie dough Quest protein bar, 9.4 out of 10. I also have to do a review for this. Guava monster for TikTok and Instagram. So if I turn on the short form engaging content voice, then that is why. But I will review it because I am interested. Ultra Vice Guava. Oh, so hard to do with an audience. Ultra Vice Guava. Brand new, never seen before, Monster energy drink. It is Ultra Vice Guava. I have never seen this anywhere else but Melbourne, Australia, where I am right now. So I'm gonna rate it and honestly review it. I believe this is some sort of Miami special drink because it talks about Miami all over the back of the can, but I don't know if this is anywhere else but here. It doesn't really taste like a whole lot. It's pretty good though. It's kind of like a mix between the Ultra White and the Ultra Rosa, which are two of the best flavors. So, Ultra Vice Guava, 0 sugar, 8.4 out of 10. That is how you make short form content from long form content, my friends. Take note. Now, update for you. This morning I weighed 79.9 kg. My lowest so far on this cut was yesterday, 78.9 kg. So I put on 1 kg in a day. It's not fat, it's not muscle. It's gonna be 98% water weight because of the amount of carbs I ate yesterday. When you have more carbs in your body, your glycogen stores are more full and you hold on to more water. It will go in the next few days. But I'm so locked in now, I'm excited. I had a nice day yesterday, but I'm happy that's over so I can really keep focusing on bodybuilding and my cut. I want to get this cut over with as soon as possible. I really want to gain. I really want to gain, man. I really want to gain. I will probably slash my calories now for the next 3 or 4 days, probably down to 18 to 1900 per day. Still keeping my protein high just to recover from yesterday and make as much progress as possible and get this cut over with. I'm aiming to get to around 77, maybe 76.5 at the end of this cut, get as shredded as possible and then go into a gaining phase. So hopefully only 2 or 3 more weeks. I'd love to get back to Bali and just be able to gain 3,000 calories, even 3,200 calories. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Anyways, it's Sunday today, pretty chill day. Like I said, it's already 11 o'clock. I have a decent amount of work to do, but no calls. I just have to set up a few new clients, check in on current clients, make some content, which I'm doing right now, go to the nutrition warehouse after to get a new protein powder, which I'll actually probably review when I make my breakfast after, and then, yeah, chill out. Nobody ever tells you how heavy cameras get when you hold them up. I just had to switch hands. My front delt is killing me. But anyways, later today, 7 to 9 p.m, I'm going to a 2-hour meditation and yoga event run by an event company called Exhale Together. I believe I mentioned it yesterday. It is my friend and my brother's girlfriend's company, Exhale Together. I think that's their Instagram name, so check them out if you're interested. But yeah, I might get some clips from that later. It'll be nice, it'll be relaxing. Hopefully it won't be too tough. But I'm doing that later and I'm chilling out until then. I'm gonna go do some editing of this video and the short form I just made. So I will leave you there. It is now 1:30 p.m. I have my protein powder here. I'm going to make my lunch, which is going to be my protein porridge. I am so excited to make this. I can't even explain to you how excited I am. I always pour a lot of cinnamon over my porridge anyways, and this Ghost Cinnabon protein flavor, extra cinnamon, extra sea salt, fresh strawberries, a little bit of dark chocolate on top. But again, I'm going to be filming a review for short form content, and I'll add it in here as well so you know what I actually think of it. And I'll show you guys my breakfast while I'm at it. I won't show them over on Instagram or TikTok. So let's get into short form content voice. Ghost Cinnabon Whey Protein. I'm going to be trying it and honestly reviewing it. So for YouTube audience, I'll be putting in 80 grams of these Australian rolled oats, which is about 300 calories, into the bowl, covering it with water, and then putting it in the microwave for a couple of minutes. 80 grams of rolled Australian oats covered in water. We don't need milk, they're just unnecessary calories. Pop this bad boy in the microwave for 2 minutes. Oh my God, I'm not even exaggerating. That is absolutely heavenly. Oh, that's so good. And the best thing about Ghost, which I've seen from Rob Litzid's videos, scoop on top. Let's fucking go. In these oats, I'll be putting in a scoop and a half of this protein powder, some frozen strawberries, and then a square of this salted caramel dark chocolate for some fats. All done, perfect texture. If it gets a little bit too dry when I put the protein powder in, just add some water. It's that simple. 1 scoop and a half scoop. I can tell this is gonna be too dry. It's gonna need some more water. Okay, needs more water. Way too dry. All right, I did too much water. I don't like sloppy porridge. That's on me. Strawberries. Push them down so they defrost a little bit. 1 square of this dark chocolate. And then the most important 2 things of your entire protein porridge: extra salt and cinnamon. The salt is important. When we're on a fat loss phase, we could do with some extra sodium if we're not eating much processed food, so it actually does help. But for me, it tastes way better with a load of salt on top. Bang the cinnamon on top. And there we have it, Cinnabon protein porridge. Oh my God. I am buzzing to try this. It's time. That is unreal. I'm not even lying. I'm not sponsored by anybody yet. I would be honest. That is unreal. Oh my God. I might be biased because I love cinnamon, but that is one of the best protein powders I have ever had. Ghost Cinnabon Whey Protein, 9.2 out of 10. Back to my YouTube audience. So this is 80 grams of oats. I'm not measuring the strawberries because strawberries are pretty low calorie, but I have a good estimate in my head. It's about 50, 60 calories of strawberries, 80 calories of dark chocolate, just a little bit of fats, and it makes it taste a bit better. I don't use milk, I use water, and then 1.5 scoops of this protein powder, which is 195 calories and around 37 grams of protein. So solid ass meal. This is going to keep me full for a long time, and it tastes unbelievable. I'm going to scran this now, and I will talk to you later. Love you guys. Oh, that was cringy. It is now 4:30. Look, I am aware that this video is just been nutrition, but that is what bodybuilding is going to be for the most part. And that is what's most important for any diet, even if you're not doing bodybuilding. It's mainly nutrition. Look, it's easy to get to the gym. Most of us, if you are watching this video, you like going to the gym. The nutrition is the boring part, and that's what actually gets results. So that's what I aim to hammer home. Nutrition, preparation, because that is the important part. The videos will get more fun in the future, okay? I'll do mic'd up gym sessions, I'll show you my workouts, but I'm just getting settled in Australia, okay? I'm just learning my meal preps for here. So let me show you what I am cooking for the rest of the day. Super simple. I showed you the sweet potato last night that I still have left over in the fridge, so that is 320 grams of sweet potato, 260 calories, and then here I am prepping 480 grams of chicken, which is around 100 grams of protein. So I'm gonna have half of that chicken with a bagel. I got bagels in there, showed you those the first day as well, and then the other half of that chicken with the sweet potato, then a load of veg, then some obviously sauce on the bagel or something. I've already logged 8 grams of olive oil, which I'm going to cook the chicken in. You have to log everything, track everything. And if I have that big meal, that's 2 big meals. I'm not even that hungry. If I have that meal of chicken potatoes and the chicken bagel, I'll end the day on 1900 calories. So that is a W. Good morning, dudes. It is now Monday at 10:30 a.m. I've got an extremely busy day of work. I'm going to try and get to the gym and do an upper body session if I can in the next hour or so. I don't have a gym, what's it called? A gym membership at the moment. So I'll have to try and find a gym or try and find a membership for a gym and then see if I can record. The gym across the road is quite small. I don't think they would let me record, but maybe I can get some cheeky clips in there. But yeah, super busy day. I'm editing this YouTube video at the moment. I have 5 strategy calls or sales calls today. And then Monday is also a day of check-ins for my European clients. So my Irish, my UK, European. So I have a few Italians on at the moment and a few Spanish. So I'll be filming all of their check-in videos. I've already had 2 of the calls. Actually, 1 was cancelled, so only 2 more today. But yeah, super busy day. I'm enjoying editing this video. It's my best one so far, I believe. I really want to get some gym content for you in this video because it wouldn't feel right if it was literally just 25 minutes of me talking and showing food in a bodybuilding prep series, but you'll have to just understand that while I am traveling, it may be hard to find a gym to record in. But when I am back in Bali, I can record every single session. All right? So please just bear with me and just enjoy my company. Okay? Chat to you later. Finally, some gym footage 26 minutes into a bodybuilding video. So I'm not going to talk you through this exact workout. It is an upper body session in Anytime Fitness. I got a 1-day free trial. I'm still trying to figure out what gym to go to while I'm here. I'll need to find a good one that I can record in consistently. But anyways, what I want to talk about now is my current split and also my weak points that I will have to address going forward. Because in the past, when I have trained, I train for fun. So I train my strong points for the most part, but I have some serious weak points. I have weak points that will look way out of place on stage. Some of them are upper chest, so I really need to focus on my incline movements. Some other things that are a little bit more specific are rear delts and traps because I've never really focused on them properly, and then also legs, definitely, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be competing in men's physique or classic yet. Men's physique is when you have the big board shorts that are covering your legs, but for classic, I don't think I have the glutes or hamstrings, or I don't think I even have enough time to bring them up, so it will be more than likely men's physique. And if I do men's physique, I will have to bring up my shoulders as well. Honestly, have to bring up everything because biceps are a real weak point as well. My arms are quite small, so everything except maybe lats. Right now I'm actually doing an upper lower push pull split. The only reason I was actually only doing 1 lower session was because I was running 20 to 40 kilometers a week, so I couldn't put that much mileage in the legs and also do 2 leg sessions. But now, until I'm finished this show, I am completely pulling back on running. I want to focus on building as much muscle as possible. I do not want to step on that stage and embarrass myself. When I get into gaining in the next few weeks, when I have a lot more calories in me, I will be adding in another lower session. I might be changing my split around, but I will definitely be doing at least 5 sessions a week. Right now, 1 session is going to be enough to maintain my muscle, which is the main goal on a fat loss phase. It's just maintaining, especially with how aggressive I do my fat loss phases. I'm not going to be expecting to be packing on a load of muscle. And while you're here, if you've made it this far, please drop a comment and let me know how I can improve, how I can make these videos better, what you want to see, because I want to make these videos as good as possible, as engaging as possible. I want you to be able to follow along the journey, but I don't want them to be long and boring. This first one is probably going to be a bit longer because it is a full week. Now, here is what my physique is looking like at the moment. Honestly, I didn't think it was looking this good until I got into this lighting. I look pretty big here and honestly pretty lean. I may only have to lose like 2 more kilos of fat before I can start my gaining phase. But yeah, I'm actually very happy with this look. 8 months of gaining, let's go. Wednesday, 8:40 a.m. I did not think this video was going to be a full week in the life, but I guess that maybe makes it a little bit better because you can see everything I'm doing while traveling, being in different places and things like that. You can really follow along the journey. So hopefully it came out pretty good. I am outroing this video because I want to get it up today, but the last thing I want to say is that this is probably one of the first times I have done a challenge or a competition or something that I'm not very confident in. I know I said at the start of the video that we need to be more confident and say if we want to win things and get in the top 3, but naturally I'm not that confident that I'll succeed because this is not my domain, this is not my area. But I think to grow and to get to a place where I want to be, I need to be doing more things that scare me a lot, or more things that are way outside of my comfort zone. Because if I keep going how I'm going and just doing things that I know I'll do well in, then I'm never going to properly grow. And I think it would be so easy for me to just get used to what I'm doing now and just keep trying to make more money and sit at a desk all day. But I think this will be really good for me, because this is going to take up a lot of my time, the bodybuilding aspect of it, and then the content creation aspect of it. And this is more so what I want to do. I want to try inspire and create great things and show discipline and self-control and resilience and delayed gratification. So I think this is a good way to go about it. I hope this video turned out okay. I'm going to be going to Sydney and the Gold Coast next week, I believe. So maybe episode 2 will be there. And then I'm going to be back in Bali in about 2 weeks, maybe 10 days. And then I am leaving for Dublin on the 5th of December. So I have 2 more months in Bali. Hopefully I can start my gaining phase while I'm out there. But yeah, this is going to be a fun prep. It's going to be a long year, a lot of commitment, but I can't wait for the journey. Okay, I will see you guys next week.